besties, happy Saturday. So Cadence and I are headed to the library to return books, and I have one I have to pick up, and then we're gonna run and see if I can find some Cardinals gear for her and then for Charlie as well, because we're going to a ball game on Monday. So that'll be fun. I'm currently reading Ava Evergreen, and it's very, very cute. I just made it to part 2, so I'm not even 100 pages in yet, but it is very, very cute.
And we're going to the park.
We may go to the park as well. And then I also told her that if she behaves herself, we could come home, and she got a new sprinkler from a couple of friends of ours, and it's like a rocket and it goes up, and so we may hook that up and see how that goes as well later today. That's really all I have for you. Sorry you didn't see much of me yesterday. I was a little busy. I was shopping for food for a party on Sunday, and then I just read for the day because I took the day off. Had that going for me as well. So yeah, there you have it. That's all I got going right now. Anything you want to add, Cadence Grace? We're gonna run to the library and see if we can play in the park for a bit, and then yeah, run the rest of our errands after that as well, and maybe get lunch. I do want to run into Barnes & Noble, and I have a coupon for half-price books I have to use before the end of the month. We'll see what happens today. I am planning on filming my June TBR today, because I will hopefully have my hands on all the books that I need except one. It's for the Friends Readathon that we're doing, and I got the okay to say what the prompts are and what I'm supposed to be doing and all of that as well. So that's all coming at you later today, if not today, tomorrow for sure. All right, tell me what you think of my hair without bangs. How do I look without bangs? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think.
Perfect.
She thinks I look perfect, but she always thinks I look perfect, so. Because she's a good girl.
And friends on my side of my face.
Clue reference. All right. I will catch up with you guys later. Have a great day.
And can you tell what I did
What did you do?
at church?
She fell and hurt herself yesterday. Pretty normal for her though. Bye. Do it again? All right. Yeet. Friends, I am.
Wait for me to say hi.
I'm back. Cadence and I ran some fun errands today, and so before I get into what my TBR looks like for June for the Friends Readathon, I will show you what I picked up from. That was quick. Half-price books, because we did stop by half-price books. I need another series in my life, like I need a hole in the head, but I've really wanted to read this series, and I decided I would go ahead and start it. I downloaded the first audiobook from Libby from my library, but I found these at Half Price Books and they were all like under $5, so I just grabbed them. I grabbed Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clark. This is the first book in the Infernal Devices series, which is technically the prequel to her Shadowhunter series. I'm hoping that, you know, I can read these and it kind of makes sense. We'll see. And then Clockwork Princess, or Clockwork Prince, number 2 in the series, and then Clockwork Princess. number 3 in the series. We'll see how it goes. I don't really want to get into what they're all about, but demons and shadow hunters and all kinds of stuff. I'm sure it will be good. I'm sure I'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So then getting into June. So June is my Friends Readathon month that I am doing with the Discord group. And so for this Readathon, we were told to go in, take a quiz, and pick which character we are. Well, I got Rachel and I stuck with it. Totally fine. I'm good with Rachel. I like Rachel. And so based on who you got depends on which team you're on. Rachel and Joey are on a team and we're Team Spaghetti. And then it's Monica and Chandler, and then Ross and Phoebe. So whichever character you got depends on which team you are on. And so we all have prompts for each specific character. And we're kind of supposed to work together to get points so that our team wins at the end of the month. Apparently there will be all kinds of fun bonus stuff we can do too, but we don't know about that yet. We're gonna watch episodes of Friends together and all that kind of stuff, so it's gonna be fun. So I wanted to go over my TBR with you for that. My first prompt is Cut the Credit Card, a book from your owned TBR. So I went ahead and picked up these Hollow Vows. This has been on my TBR for a very long time. It's been on my shelf for a really long time and I've been wanting to read it. That's gonna be from my owned TBR. So it says, Bree would do anything before making a deal with the Fae. Death is preferable to their vicious schemes. But when her sister is taken by the sadistic king of the Unseelie court, there is nothing Bree wouldn't do to get her back, including making a deal with the king himself to steal 3 magical relics from the rival Seelie court. Gaining unfettered access to the Seelie court is easier than said than done. Bree's only choice is to pose as a potential bride for Prince Ronan, the Seelie prince who's not quite as wicked as she once thought. Unwilling to let her heart distract her, she accepts help from a band of Unseelie misfits with their own secret agenda, but as Bree spends time with their mysterious leader Finn, she finds herself struggling to resist his seductive charm. Sounds like we gonna have a love triangle too. That could have fit 2 prompts. I didn't even realize that. So then my next prompt is Lean Green Machine, and it's a book with a strong female character. So I'm going to read Immortality, which is the sequel to Anatomy. I'm not going to give you the rundown on this. Just know that we're following Hazel. Hazel wants to be a surgeon. Hazel wants to be a doctor, but in this day and age, it's not usually accepted. It's frowned upon. Women can't be doctors, things of that nature. In the first book, she teamed up with someone who did grave robbing. We'll see what goes on. We'll see what happens, but I'm not gonna get into details because that would be a spoiler. So then my third is Central Perk, which is to make or buy a coffee or a cozy drink. That won't be a problem. I love coffee, I love cozy drinks. Number 4 is We Were on a Break, a book featuring a love triangle. Well, I could use these Hollow Vows. I didn't even think about that, but I picked up Girl, Serpent, Thorn. I have wanted to read this book for a really long time, but I haven't had time or a reason to pick it up. And then when I asked for recommendations, I was recommended this one because apparently it has a love triangle. So it says, there was and there was not, as all stories begin, a princess cursed to be poisonous to the touch. But for Soraya, who has lived her life hidden away, apart from her family, safe only in her gardens, it's not just a story. As the day of her twin brother's wedding approaches, Soraya must decide if she's willing to step outside the shadows for the first time. Below in the dungeon is a demon who holds the knowledge she craves, the answer to her freedom. Above is a young man who isn't afraid of her, whose eyes linger not with fear but with an understanding of who she is beneath the poison. Soraya thought she knew her place in the world, but when her choices lead to consequences she never imagined, she begins to question who she is and who she is becoming, human or demon, princess or monster. It's been on my list. I'm really excited to read it and it fits the prompt. Yay. So then the next prompt is Meaty Trifle, a book featuring multiple genres in it. So I will be doing In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I just did Under the Whispering Door and was in love with it, and I hear really good things about this book, and so I'm really excited to jump in. So in a strange little home built into the branches of a grove of trees live 3 robots: fatherly inventor android Giovanni Lawson, a pleasantly sadistic nurse machine, and a small vacuum desperate for love and attention. Victor Lawson, a human, lives there too. They're a family, hidden and safe. Then one day, Vic salvages and repairs an unfamiliar android labeled Hap, and he learns of a shared dark past between Hap and Geo, a past spent hunting humans. When Hap unwittingly alerts robots from Geo's former life to their whereabouts, the family is no longer hidden and safe. Geo is captured and taken back to his old laboratory in the City of Electric Dreams, so together the rest of Vic's assembled family must journey across an unforgiving and otherworldly country to rescue Geo from decommissioning, or worse, reprogramming. Along the way to save Geo, amid conflicted feelings of betrayal and affection for Hap, Vic must decide for himself. Can he accept love with strings attached? So I'm very excited. And I was looking at these books as they were all sitting next to each other on my shelf, and each one of them has some like quirky little house on the spine. I love that. It's adorable. So I hear that he got inspiration for this from Wally. I'm excited. It's gonna be nice. So then number 6 is retail therapy, book shopping, or self-care, which works because June is my birthday month and I'll probably do some shopping and probably try to fit in some self-care. That would be nice. And then number 7, He's So Pretty, I Want to Cry, a book with a pretty cover or a book you bought for the cover. So I picked 7 Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb. So this book is my Fairy Loot edition, and it's super pretty and it's super shiny. Of course, I didn't know what I was getting when this came in the mail, but it fits. It's very pretty. I think it's prettier than the one that's at stores. So this says, a brutal killer stalks Ambrasia, a city ruled by the disciples of the 7 Faceless Saints, a city where those with magic live in comfort whilst the rest struggle to survive. A city caught in a 20-year war of attrition, a battlefront consuming a generation of conscripts. Roz LaCrosta will do anything to tear down the corrupt system of Ambrasia and get justice for her father, who was murdered by the military, including infiltrating the Palazzo to spy for the rebellion whilst training as a disciple of the Saint Patience. Damien Venturi is the youngest captain in the history of the Palazzo security, expected to be ruthless and strong and to serve the saints with unquestioning devotion, but he's scarred by his experiences on the front line, striving to please his brutal and detached father, and the thing he fears most is facing Roz, who he left behind when he went to war. When a disciple is murdered, Roz and Damien must team up to hunt the killer, no matter the consequences. They must face their buried emotions and the love they once shared as they uncover corruption and conspiracies that will bring darkness and chaos to the streets of their home. So I'm excited. This is very, 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 very pretty. Shiny all the way around. And I think even even without the dust jacket, it's pretty. Number 8, my Lobster book. It's a 5-star prediction. So for that, I'm going with When Women Were Dragons. I explained this book in my last vlog, so I'm not going to get too deep into it, but it's basically a very powerful look at femininity and independence and women and a mass dragoning, like a bunch of women became dragons. And I've heard wonderful, wonderful things about it, and I've heard that it's a 5-star read, and I trust the people I've heard it from. That is mine. That is going to be read. So then we're on for prompt 9. We're all doing a buddy read. So all of the teams are doing a buddy read, and it's Happy Place. And as you know, I've already read Happy Place, and I loved Happy Place. This has already been completed. As long as I participate in the discussion, I'll get points for it because I finished it in May instead of June. But I loved it. It was wonderful. I highly, highly suggest it. And then last but not least, number 10 is a Rachel GIF prompt. And the GIF is of Rachel with a painted mustache and when she's very, very drunk with Ross and they get married in Vegas. And it's saying, how you doing? So that prompt is a book with a funny cover or an illustrated cover. And so for that, I don't have the copy of it because I'm trying to get it from the library, and I'm number 155 that's waiting for it. I will be doing Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. I'll put a picture of it right here. It's an illustrated cover. It works, and I'm reading it in June for another readathon, so hey, 2 birds, 1 stone. So this one says, after Tova Sullivan's husband died, she began working the night shift at the Sowell Bay Aquarium, mopping floors and tidying up. Keeping busy has always helped her cope, which she's been doing since her 18-year-old son Eric mysteriously vanished on a boat in Puget Sound over 30 years ago. Tova becomes acquainted with curmudgeonly Marcellus, a giant Pacific octopus living in the aquarium. Marcellus knows more than anyone can imagine, but wouldn't dream of lifting one of his 8 arms for his human captors, until he forms a remarkable friendship with Tova. Ever the detective, Marcellus deduces what happened the night Tova's son disappeared, and now Marcellus uses every trick his old invertebrate body can muster to unearth the truth for her before it's too late. That's going to be really, really fun, I think. And I've heard everybody that has read it has said nothing but wonderful things about it, and so I'm very excited. Also, like I said, I'm also doing that for another readathon, which is in June, and that's for Liv's library, and it fits all 3 prompts for her weekend readathon, and it's blue on the cover, an underwater creature, and set on the coast. So it all fits for that prompt as well. So again, 2 birds, 1 stone. Makes my life easier, doesn't it? So anyway, so there you have it. That is my TBR for June. You had no interest in this a minute ago. I bought Cadence mold and paint unicorns from Half Price Books. She's gonna get to do that. It's gonna be fun. That's the plan. That is my TBR for June. May or may not fit some other books in there. I don't really know. It just kind of depends on how it's going. I'm very, very excited for all of these books. I'm very excited for this readathon. I think it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. That's it. That's June, even though we're not even through May yet. I do have to finish Ava Evergreen. I'm working my way through. That is a really cute read and a very quick read. So I love little cute stories about magic witches and trying to do good things and all of that kind of stuff, which is what Ava Evergreen is. And she has the cutest little fox dog with her. So that's all I got for you for right now. So I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna read. I'm waiting on our dinner to be delivered. And then, yeah, that's gonna be it. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night if I don't. And I will either talk to you tonight or tomorrow. Goodbye.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves at age 18. We had the devil on our shoulders telling us what we should do. I wonder if you think about me too. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now.
So I've been working a little bit on my friend's journal, digital journal, for the readathon. So this is the TBR. Could I be wearing any more clothes? This is how many pages are total. I didn't include Happy Place because I've already read Happy Place, but then this is as many points as I could get with the bonus points, because all of these books are between 200 and 400 pages. So half a point extra for each of them. So yay me. So then we got prompt 1. Obviously I'll put notes and pictures and all that as I go. Prompt 2. Prompt 3. So I'll put a picture of whatever I get to drink wherever I went. Book 4, prompt 4, we are on a break. Girl Serpent Thorn. Prompt 5, In the Lives of Puppets. Prompt 6, Retail Therapy. I'll put pictures of where I go shopping or if I do any self-care, both. 7 Faceless Saints for prompt 7. And this is the normal, like, get it from the store copy. Mine is the Fairy Loot version. So, you know, I'm fancy like that. So then prompt 8, 5-star prediction, When Women Were Dragons. Prompt 9, the buddy read. I'll put notes, my thoughts down here soon once I still have them in my memory. Prompt 10, the Rachel gift prompt. So then this is what we're kind of talking about, is when they got drunk and she put a mustache on her face, and, you know, in Vegas, that kind of stuff. Oh, and then Remarkably Black Creatures. And then we're also going to do a bingo board. So Readathon bingo. So there's different prompts for bingo. And then these are what the prompts are for each spot on the bingo board. And then this is where I can write down what I read, what I do, and then the point tracking on that too. So yeah, if you complete the board, it's 20 points. But we can't overlap books, so I guess we'll have to figure some things out. And I think on the following pages, what I'll do is I'll break this down too, for what I do, and I'll make pages for that, because some of these aren't books. So like some of these are watch a movie starring an actor and actress from Friends, or take a selfie with a picture frame, you know, so participate in reading sprints. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. This is gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to June, because this is really my main focus. So very excited. I do have reading updates for you, but I will get those to you later when I'm not in the middle of work, probably when I'm in the car getting ready to pick up Cadence. So talk to you soon. Happy Tuesday. Bye-bye.
I just miss you. I just miss you. Oh, I miss you.
Hey guys. Welcome back. How we doing? So I said that I had a reading update for you, and I do. I finished Ava Evergreen's Semi-Magical Witch, and it was very cute, actually. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good 4-star read for me, I'd say, 4 or 5. I don't judge middle grades harshly just because I know that I'm not their target audience. So it's like, it was cute. It was fun. Ava was very adorable. Ember, the Firefox, was absolutely adorable. And it really was a good little story about finding who you are and what you're good at and becoming who you are always meant to be. I went ahead and put the second book on hold at my library, so I'll probably go ahead and read that. And then once it's available, it was a really quick read too. Like if I could have just sat down and read it, I probably would have got it done in a day. But things kept happening and I have to keep, you know, doing different things. So life happened. So yeah, it was cute. I had a good time with it. And then I went ahead, I have had Heartstopper Volume 4 on my Kindle from my library for a while, so I went ahead and just flew through that really quick. And I really like where Heartstopper's going. I like that not only are we looking at trans youth and gay youth and bisexual youth, we're also looking at mental health. And I think that that's really, really important, like anxiety and anorexia and depression and self-harming and OCD and all of that. It's really important to look at that because it is very prevalent in LGBTQ youth. There's that for you. So I finished that up. Right now, I am listening to Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, one of the books that I bought at the bookstore. I may pick it up and try to read it physically. Also, because I still have tomorrow, I don't really want to start the Friends Readathon until June 1st. And so I want to make sure I have everything I need for that in place before I really get started on it. I will probably pick up Clockwork Angel, which is the prequel to the Mortal Instrument series. So I'm likely reading them technically out of order, but this is what I felt like comfortable with. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to rush my way through this series or anything, but I may listen to it. Maybe the audiobooks I focus on. I don't really have any updates for you. It is hot here and I'm trying to get this filmed as quickly as I can before my phone overheats because the sun is shining down right on it and the interior of my car is black. So if you can hear the air conditioner, I'm sorry, but it's really freaking hot outside. So I don't really want to turn it down. I'll turn it down one. Maybe it's not as loud. So yeah, that's all I really have for you. I finished Ava Evergreen. That means I finished the readathon with Foxenwood. So I get my fox, because that was the whole point. We were taking a journey to get a fox friend. So we will get those soon and we'll get to color them and make them our own. So I'm very excited. So yeah, that's it. The readathon is over and I have successfully completed the readathon, which is nice because it's like the only readathon I've actually successfully completed. Very exciting. Give me a month to do things and I can get it done. All right, friends, I will catch up with you in a bit. Bye.
I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you.
morning. This is me coming on here to wrap up the vlog, and I figured since it was the end of the month, I would go ahead and run through the books that I read for May. And well, excuse you. While I'm not going to go into like crazy detail about them, I will let you know like how many stars I gave them. So I have my Goodreads pulled up on my laptop. So if you see me looking this way, it's so that I know what order I read them in, because I don't write them down. I just log them in my Goodreads. Some of them I don't have anymore because they were library books, but I'll put pictures or something in there in case you're interested. The first book I finished in May was Under Lock and Skeleton Key by Gigi Pandian, and I gave that one 4 stars. It was a cute little thriller with not high stakes, so it was nice. Magic tricks, secret staircases, the whole 9. It was good. Do I recommend it? Yes. If you're into like cozy kind of mysteries, that's definitely a recommended book for you. Then I read 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim, and I highly recommend this book. This was 5 stars. This was 5 stars for me, and it's a young adult, and it's very, very good. It's a very unique story about family and relationships and all kinds of fun stuff. So yes, I do highly recommend this book. I gave it 5 stars. And then I read The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten, and I gave it 4 stars, mostly because of the roller coaster I had mentioned in a previous vlog about like where it was interesting and then it kind of got boring, and then it was interesting and then it kind of stayed interesting. So this is by Hannah Witten. It's The Foxglove King. It's her newest series. I haven't read anything else by Hannah Witten. I picked this up because I liked the premise behind it. I gave it, like I said, 4 stars, making sure that's what I said. And this is actually, I found out, the Barnes & Noble edition. The other edition has like more color in it. But yes, I do recommend it if you like fantasy, unique fantasy stories, death magic, things of that nature. It is very good. And like I said, just be prepared to have moments of where it gets kind of sluggish. Otherwise, is a good one. So then I read Happy Place by Emily Henry, and we all know how I felt about this. I gushed about it. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I gave it 5 stars. It's got every kind of romance trope in it that you could want. Friends to lovers, not necessarily enemies to lovers, but exes back to lovers, I guess, kind of, sort of. Found family, friendship, the whole 9. It's got it all, and like I said, it's probably my favorite Emily Henry book now. So yeah, I highly recommend this if you like Emily Henry for sure, and if you like cozy romances, this is for you. And then I read Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. Again, 5 stars. It is TJ Klune. I love TJ Klune. I will probably forever love TJ Klune. This book was whimsical. It was witty. It had its moments of heartbreak. It had its moments of sadness, but there were also moments where I laughed out loud. And I loved the found family aspect in this. Like I love found family aspects in most books. And TJ Klune just has a really great way of making really terrible characters redeemable. So I highly recommend this one. I will always recommend a TJ Klune book more than likely. Just like I will probably always recommend a Emily Henry book. The only Emily Henry book that I have not read yet is The People We Meet on Vacation. And it seems to be the one book that every Emily Henry fan says was their least favorite and should never have been written. So I'm a little nervous to pick it up. But I am going on vacation in July, so maybe I'll pick it up then. We'll see. We'll see. So then the next book I listened to, and it was The Dragon's Promise, and again by Elizabeth Lim. It is the sequel to the duology that is 6 Crimson Cranes, and again, it was wonderful. It was a 4-star read. I mean, I listened to it. It was a really great story, beautiful imagery, great relationships. Again, family and what you do for family, love interests, magic, dragons, the whole 9. It's got it all. And so yeah, it was really good. It was really pretty, beautifully written, very well done. I finished a duology. Look at me go. So then the next book I picked up was Wayward by Amelia Hart. This is a debut novel that I got from Book of the Month, and I gave it 5 stars because whereas sometimes it was hard to keep up with the names and the places and the people, it was still a really beautiful story about strength within women, strength within families, strength just in general, you know what I mean? What women will do to go to protect themselves and the people they love. And it did have like the cycle of abuse from different perspectives and what that abuse looked like. So again, trigger warnings. There is rape, there is domestic violence, there's abuse, There's miscarriages that are brought on purpose. There's a lot stuffed into these pages, but again, it's a beautifully heartbreaking story. Let's just leave it at that. How about that? Then I read Ava Evergreen, Semi-Magical Witch. Again, library book, took it back. I gave it 4 stars after I thought about it for a while, mostly just because, I mean, there was a little bit of repetitiveness, and again, I don't know. It was a little bit repetitive, but again, I don't judge middle grades too harshly just because I know that I'm not their target audience, but it was really cute. I really did enjoy it. I loved the whimsy behind it. I loved the magical elements. I loved that this little girl was a semi-magical witch, and not only did she fix things with spells, but she used everyday items as well. I do recommend this book if you like middle grade books, but I'm not going to recommend it to Sharpshooter Shay because she didn't like how many times the word knapsack appeared. So if you don't like the word knapsack, I don't recommend this book because it does appear a lot, mostly at the beginning of the book, and then at the end it kind of drops off. But I will say it does show up a lot. Again, a little bit repetitive, but yes, I do recommend this book. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I know some people didn't. And then I read Heartstopper Volume 4. And so now I'm all caught up for the show to come back on Netflix in August. Again, very cute. All of them are very cute. The drawings are amazing. The illustrations are amazing. The story behind it is amazing. And like I said, I really like where it's going. I really do. And now I'm very excited to see what Netflix has in store for the show come August. So that is my wrap up for May. That's what I read in May. Books I didn't get to include Gideon the Ninth and The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, and I did not finish Matilda, even though I wanted to. We did watch Matilda last night for a little buddy watch, so that was nice, but I did not finish the book. So hopefully I'll actually maybe be able to fit it in. Maybe I'll look at my bingo board for the Friends Readathon and see if I can fit it in there somewhere. That's me using my noggin right there. As for the other book I was reading, Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, which, by the way, as I was editing this video, I realized I called her Cassandra Clark in the beginning. That's not her name. Her name is Cassandra Clare. I'm telling you, if I had a brain, I would just take it out and play with it. I am still working on this. I have not gotten much farther into it. I tried to read last night, but I fell asleep. So I think this will just be one of those that I'm constantly working on and listening to for a while, just because I'm not in a hurry to read this series. So far, though, it is really good. I will say that. I like the characters. I like the silliness. I like the sarcasm. I enjoy the magical elements, the different kinds of people and things that you're getting involved with. So the next time I see you, I will be starting the Friends Readathon, and I will likely be starting with These Hollow Vows because that is the first prompt, and that starts on Thursday. So I'm very excited. I will be reading away for that. That's all I really have for you. So I hope you guys are having a really great day, great week, great month, great afternoon, great evening, great morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope it's everything that you want it to be. I hope you guys are drinking your water, taking some walks, getting some sunshine as you can to keep up the health and the mental health. I have been trying to do that as much as possible because the brain goblins be a goblin. And then I hope that you are living and loving and reading lots of really good books. If you've made it this far into the video, you can go ahead and leave me any emoji that your little heart desires. What are you feeling today? Just leave me an emoji. It's all good. And I hope you like and you subscribe to the videos if you like what you're seeing and you want to see future content. Once I have my office, I'm kind of hoping to do different videos than just weekly vlogs, but I kind of need my own space and a better space to plan these things out. And I need to do some digging because I need to see how other people are doing them. But we'll see. I might start doing like booktuber prompts, things of that nature. But that's all I have for you. I hope you guys are living, loving, reading lots of good books, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!